Welcome to the shit show.
It is the All Elite Wrap-Up for March 4th, 2026. This is a, offhand. Once in a while we do these directly after Dynamite on a Wednesday night. We typically do them Thursday nights, but tonight we've got energy. Tom's got confidence. He's feeling good about himself. We're not feeling good about the state of the world, but he's feeling good about himself,
Me. That's what I care about. Me. My life is the best. Mine.
Yeah.
Me. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about me. Anybody want to talk about me?
Yeah.
Love it.
That's why I love a therapist, is because it's all about me. Yeah. Again.
The podcast, I just listen to me over and over again. Just put on.
I don't even
these
have
players.
to...
They have like a recycle. You just play it over and over again.
Well, because when I record it, there's my track and your track. I just delete your track and listen to mine.
Cut that out.
There
Cut the drive. Yeah, exactly. Love it.
Right
Easy
there.
money, man. Tom, Dynamite was crazy. We're going to talk about that next week. We're going to make predictions, which means I'll be wearing a Jeff Jarrett shirt, which is my punishment for losing the last time we made predictions, right? I got to find that shirt. I don't know where it is.
And the one before
but
that.
Usually when I don't know where it is, it pops up in the middle of the night staring at me from the corner of the room,
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how you got those dates in college. You're like, hey.
Stare from the corner of the room. Is that what you're saying?
There
was one where it was somebody had asked, I'd seen somebody, they were like, oh, you got the cuck chair, which we don't have in the room, right? We don't have a chair. It's too small, right, to fit a room. And I was like, no, man. I was like, what? I'm not going to sit down, man. I got to be busy, man. I'm running the camera over here, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting waters, right?
Yeah,
Turn the fan on.
Responsibilities.
Fluffing when need to be. I don't got time to sit down, man.
Yeah. That's a lazy person. Yeah,
that's a lazy man's approach, right?
Yeah.
This is a privileged approach. Is what that is. That's too much privilege.
Exactly.
Tom, I'm excited. Anything new in your life? Are you just still sitting out there begging on the side of the road for?
Yeah, but that kind of World Baseball Classic just started today, so I'm going to be watching those. Tomorrow night, we are going to the Big 12 women's basketball game. It's going to be on ESPN, I believe. I'll be underneath one of the baskets, front row, so look for me there. I'll be rooting on a team. That's my best sporting environment is when there's two teams that I do not give a shit about, and I get on my DraftKings app and I said $20 on that team, and then I fucking am the number one fan of whoever that team is. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow night. $20 on someone.
You got to give a high five to those people in the pink blazers that act like they're going to guard the court from some sort of bum rushing, right? Where they got that 60-year-old lady out there. Well, they just kind of stand there at the half court and stuff, or whatever they do. Or it's like they do it at the free throw lines. They run out there, and then somebody's on the baseline, and they just stand. What are you guys doing?
Hopefully, I'm watching Iowa State because I believe there's a girl who is a tractor trailer of just stands down there and goes, I'll score this one, I'll score that one, I'll score this one. Hopefully it's that.
It is. She very much is that, right? Where what are you gonna do, right? She's bigger than you, got more moves, and just there's nothing to do. There's nothing to do, and they just
they
just let her eat.
Yeah, doing that on Thursday. Friday, we're going to a concert. It's a strings and quartet, I think, and they're playing hip hop hits. So it's gonna be like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and all this, but it's being played by a classical. Is this
with candles?
Mm-hmm.
With all the candles, I think I've been to this before. They do different things, right? They do different sets.
And this one's gonna be hip hop. Yeah. So we're going to do that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good whatever you call them, crew, quartet.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Band.
The Individuals. And then next Friday, getting ahead of myself, but next Friday, in preparation of Revolution and my victory there, I'm going to do a cooking class. I got it as a Christmas gift. Nice. Next Friday night, I'm doing a cooking class.
Beanies and weenies.
I'm gonna cook up a victory and our picks, and I'm gonna cook up some fucking pasta and shit, and just taste of victory.
Up a victory in our picks. Yeah, if you tune in next week, you'll get to see me wearing a Jeff Jarrett shirt, which admittedly I need to work out and is fitting tight right now, which already felt constrictive, did the shirt, but now it's extra. And it just extra shame, right? Just extra shame, which I thought there couldn't be any more shame than having to just wear the Jeff Jarrett shirt to begin with. But now it makes me like feel bad about myself even more. So you'll get to see that. You'll get to make fun of me in the chat.
Yes.
But you'll get to see me make
fun of
better
you.
picks. So next time, the next episode, you'll see Tom wear it.
No, I'm actually getting in better shape. And I was thinking about, for funsies, to do a 5K. I kind of want to do a 5K just to like see how fast I can run it. I'm doing right now this like cardio.
I used to run, man.
Well, I'm doing this cardio exercise. I don't know what the fuck they're called, programs, whatever. But you do 4 minutes at 80% of your effort, right? So not a full sprint, but you should not be able to talk when you're running, right? You get what I'm saying? Like me and you, we can't be like, so what are you doing tonight? What time you want to do the podcast?
Never shut my mouth, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
But you can't do that, right? If you're talking, you're not running hard enough.
Anyway, yeah. Like I'm not dying of breath, but like I got to work to keep going here.
Yeah. You do that for 4 minutes and then you walk for 3 minutes and you do that. Yeah. That's 1 round. You do that 4 rounds.
Dude, they used to do that to us in the mornings at basic training, right? It was like they would blow a whistle and you had a minute to sprint your ass off, right? And then after that, you were doing that, right? Like they were saying, like, it's not a light jog, right? They were like, you better pick this up, but like, don't kill yourself, right? And then they would blow that whistle again after a couple minutes and you're fucking running and like,
it's hard
just
to start,
just going.
Yeah. Start, stop is harder than anything else. But so that's what I got going on. What do you got going on? Why are we doing this tonight, by the way? Let's talk about that.
Tomorrow I'm driving to Lansing, Michigan. Oddly enough, kind of going from Lansing, Kansas to Lansing, Michigan. And so it's a long drive. It was going to be, it should have flown, but just the way a few things worked out, it was just going to be quicker to do this. Son is at Nationals for bowling. So we're gonna go see him, see if he can cut down some nets at the old the bowling nationals.
Yeah, what do you guys do? Yeah, do they get to shave a pin? Like just take a pin and
throw
just
an
shave it into
spike.
Yeah. Did you see HBO actually has on Netflix? The like Drive to Survive, but now they're doing with the PBA, the Bob Ross guy.
Yeah, that looked cool.
He's an asshole.
I'm excited for that. Yeah,
I watch it. I watch PBA all the time. That was like a religion when I was growing up. Sunday mornings, we would go bowling and then watch bowling.
There's so much to it that I never knew until he started doing this. And like he'll come up and just say
oil patterns,
a bunch of shit that I don't understand what he's saying. Right? He'll be like, "I dropped it in the pocket and it went past the shimmy on the splurge," and I'm like, "Yep, yeah."
How did Swim Trunk get into bowling then?
One of the teachers in one of his they have those home ec thing, not home ec, but like what do they do now? The home room, right? And then you have block schedules, right? And so you have a guy who's your teacher in homeroom, right? And that guy was the assistant bowling coach. And I remember saying it to him and I was like, assistant bowling coach? Like on his card, and I was like, there's a bowling team here? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, the assistant coach, so this is big. I was like, I didn't. And he was like, yeah. He's like, actually, Hayden said he wanted to try out. And I was like, well, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Go for it. Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay.
Yep. So he got into it. We'd been bowling a few times here and there as family things, but nothing ever, And then he
has it inspired you to pick up the ball? Are you going to start bowling? Huh? You're going to start throwing them pins? Throwing the ball towards the pins, I should say?
Approach it very much with beer in one hand, ball over here, and just fucking yank that thing as hard as we can, right? Name of my sex tape. See?
Yeah.
See? Beat you to it. Yeah, no.
Name your sex tape?
Not so much. I'll say we go bowling more often, because of him. Yeah. But no, yeah.
I like it.
So we'll be doing that over the weekend. Then I'll be driving back and just in time to work Monday. You know what I mean?
There it is. That's the life. That is the life of a D1 athlete.
Capitalism.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about some Dynamite. Tonight, we're in El Paso, Texas at the Don Haskins Center, the granddaddy of them all.
You mean a few of us. They didn't really sell this arena out, it looked like. It looked like they started to get some folks in the door here. They were a loud crowd. The crowd was energetic, but there weren't many of them.
It also felt like, I don't know if I'd go back. Don Haskins Center doesn't also scream big time. You know what I mean?
Don Haskins. Don.
It sounds like a car dealership. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, got Don Haskins Ford.
Don Haskins, yeah. You ain't get your Honda Accord from Don Haskins? Go down
Don
there in the
Haskins.
Miracle Mile.
Yeah, or it's like the Don Haskins Public Library, right? And you're like, it's Don Haskins. And they're like, oh,
Yeah.
the comptroller from 47 to 49.
He was the mayor for 2 weeks. Yeah. So, yeah, they should probably do a better job at marketing, which we've cried that since
especially this
one
close,
AEW.
right,
Yeah.
to a big event. This one felt a little,
Yeah. But we kick it off with an AEW Men's World Heavyweight Championship match. Our champion, MJF, taking on Kevin Knight. And we get an old wrestle match, right? We get a wrestle. Kevin Knight says, I jump really high. MJF says, I wrestle like it's from the 80s. Masha Styles. What'd you think of the match?
I always know we're going to get exactly what we got when we go into an MJF match. This is going to be a really good, if not great match, right? And I think we got the really good match. we're storyline guys, so I knew how this was going to end, right? But I think the performers did well here. I feel like Kevin Knight looked like $1 million, looked like he can go in this kind of spotlight. And as we find out, he does double duty eventually. But this was good. I liked it. What do you think?
I would have been more interested if the stipulation wasn't a title match and more if Kevin Knight wins, he's added to the main event at the pay-per-view. Because then I'd be like, oh shit, this is how they're going to have someone lose, and it's not going to be MJF or Hangman Adam Page, right? Like, and I know we've added 10 million stipulations, but like, you get what I'm saying? To just say it's a world title match, I fucking know. But if you say, if he wins, he gets added, well, that could happen.
You know what I would love to? Now, the thing is, because we have Texas Death, so maybe this doesn't fit, but like MJF could be like, all right, I just beat your trios tag team partner, but you're out here saying you're going to kick my ass. So you're saying you're a lot better of a wrestler than your trios tag team partner? Man, you guys should talk about that.
Yeah. And maybe they're not going to be a trios tag much longer. We'll get to that. But afterwards, MJF wins as he does with the pile driver. After the match, he grabs the Dynamite ring and he's going to hit old Kevin Knight. Hangman comes out and Hangman's like, I'm going to get you. And then MJF's like, you punk ass bitch. And then Mike Bailey, though, comes from behind and super kicks. MJF falls to the outside.
The Bashud, shoeless Mike Bailey, is Bashud a word? The non, you know what I mean? Was wearing shoes today. Mike Bailey.
Commit.
You didn't like it? Yeah, get the shoes off. What the fuck?
Yeah,
live the gimmick, motherfucker.
It's either off or on, but it's half and half. I don't like that shit. Do
one
way
or
don't.
This. What the fuck's up here? And this Dynamite Diamond Ring. Look, I get it's this thing, but I thought, didn't somebody else win this or something? Like, what happened here?
Bandito.
Yeah. What? Did I forget what happened? Did you get it back? I don't know what's going on. Whatever.
Well, I think you keep it, right? Or no? Or when he beat Bandito, did he take it back?
So was he just, is he wearing like an old Super Bowl ring? Is that what he's saying?
Look, those old assholes are still wearing them.
Did he win it back somehow? I forget. Yeah,
I think he took it back somehow. Yeah, but that's how we
help us out in the chat if you're watching.
Yeah,
you know.
But that's how we end our first segment. We come back, we get some more in-ring action. We get a tag team match. It's Team AEW, the most AEW team of all time, Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin, taking on Fat McGregor and Matthew McConaughey. And I'm never going to learn these guys' names. I don't want to learn their names. And then we get Skinny Sheamus joining, which we'll get to in a second. But we get a tag team match here, and we get some fun, right? We get a spear through the table on the outside. We get Darby Allin does his fun shit. Orange Cassidy, who low-key, he will get down and dance to that kind of hardcore music if you want to. And eventually, Team AEW gets the victory. Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin win. And they're like, this is fucking great. And then, out from I don't know where, Skinny Sheamus comes out and he has a shillelagh, because be more stereotypical, and hits Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. Well, and then Fats McGregor.
Is David Finlay, is he Fit Finlay related, or are they just
that's
also?
His son. That's
his son. That's his actual son. All right.
And the reason I know that is because we actually saw him wrestle in person. So when we went to AEW in Kansas City 4 years ago, because it was my last day at Kicksite, and then that night we went to Dynamite, we saw Hangman buckshot lariat David Finlay.
Short-lived.
Yeah, that sucked. Fuck Kicksite too. If you go there, don't. That software. That cosplaying asshole. He's not a CEO. He's a fucking sales director. Hey guys, did you know that we have new benefits for our health? You can do a fucking what's the shit called now that where like your savings account, an HSA. Oh, we have HSAs. Ever heard of that? Yeah, we've all heard of it. You dipshit. You fucking loser. You didn't create it.
Yeah, none of us want it. We have to fucking goddamn it. Hurry
but like
up,
you didn't create it either. He was like, guys, HSA, it's what? Fuck off. Anyhow, side note, back to this. So we've seen him. That's how I know him. But I'm calling him Skinny Sheamus because he looks like Skinny Sheamus to me. But he beats up Darby and Orange Cassidy, and then the three of them stand over top of Team AEW. So my question here to you, Tim, is, seems like we're probably going to get Skinny Sheamus, Fats McGregor.
Looks like we got his little
and
trio
Matthew
faction here.
But we've got Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin. Who's going to be their third person? Who would you put as like the Team AEW of AEW babyface?
I would do the Jungle Jack Perry guy. I'd throw him in there because he's going to need something to do after, you know.
Well, I think him and Ricochet are still going to hang out and fight each other.
So, yeah. Well, then who you got? What's your...
Well, I mean, if you were just to write it down, like, you know, who is Team AEW, it would be Hangman, but Hangman is obviously got MJF, right? Yep. I think, well, no, because John Moxley's got Takeshita, because those are the two guys I was thinking of. Jungle Jack Perry makes sense. The other Team AEW guy that I could think of, I mean, Sammy Guevara, but I think he's an ROH guy more now than anything else.
You know what they would do is they'd just be like, it's Tommaso Ciampa or something.
Yeah, no, we don't need that. Oh, actually, there it is. No, you know who it'll be? Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe.
That'll be
right.
it.
It is Mark Briscoe.
That's who it'll be. Which, I mean, look, we'll see.
You know?
Right? We'll see. Yeah.
Feels like a conglomeration. Just with Darby.
Right? Yeah. Which isn't he? Come on. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't he kind of conglomeration?
Well, everybody can conglomerate as long as you're consenting. Consensual conglomeration.
You want to, but you want to make a big spot for this match? Because look, if they just said mystery partner, Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus, now they're called the Dogs. That's what I saw. The Dogs.
Well, because they were the War Dogs, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a fucking war going on right now, so they probably...
Well, but I mean, hasn't there always been? There's always a war. You know what
I mean, yeah, there's always a war.
There's always a war.
Yeah,
now
like,
we care,
but
you know.
a war going on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a big war right now. Big news on the news war, right? Not all the wars we don't tell you about that are going on all the time.
But here's who it should be. The mystery. You should do a mystery partner. If you really wanted to get crazy.
Danhausen. All
right. Whoops. Whatever happened to that guy?
Powerhouse Hobbs. I can't fucking... Nope.
Don't know who that is either. Heard of him, but I don't remember him. But no, you would get Will Ospreay.
Yeah, Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay comes back, does the fucking we would jump for joy.
Well, he's got history with all them fucking Dogs guys, right?
The Dogs, at least spelt like the '90s. DAWGS. You know what I mean? Like
Z.
Yeah, Dogs. Dogs. Yeah, Dogs. You know. But
you know,
we don't get that. All right. So then what we get next is we cut back to Renee Paquette, and she's talking to Bandito and Andrade. And Bandito's like, hey, Andrade, I looked up to you. And Andrade's like, hey, you're a great Mexican wrestler. Bandito's like, hey, thanks. Can't wait to wrestle you. And Andrade goes, 1 second. I got a phone call, so I got to go. And he walks off.
Yeah, but didn't he work in calling him a poor or something in
there? Yeah, like you're just a fan, you know, all that.
Yeah, you're a fan of me. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Here's my, this is what I don't like about wrestling. It's bigger than AEW because Magamania has been doing this for years.
Mexicans have to wrestle the Mexicans.
We don't do that with Like, it's not Irish versus Irish all the time, or you know what I mean? English versus English. Like, we don't have to be so stereotypical, right? You know? What are we doing?
But we do.
But stop. Just fucking stop. That's stupid. Just stop it. Look, I'm
Tom,
thinking that this is, but I mean,
you
like,
don't get it, Tom.
This is going to be a very good match. I'm not like saying, oh, the match isn't going to be worth my time.
Of course,
it'll be very fun. But I don't need, like, let's assume, I won't give away too much of my picks, but I'm going to assume Andrade probably wins this match, right?
Yeah.
He then doesn't need to go up against,
so that's it.
Mystico.
What'll happen is, like, okay, so say a guy like Andrade comes in, whoever the next, Mexican star is that they bring in, that's like a big time thing.
Yeah.
If you could look in the crystal ball and see their next 12 opponents for their next feuds, 10 of them will be the other Mexican wrestlers in the company, or whichever one will be like, why are we doing that? Like, it was so cool, and they could have actually really built some stuff, and maybe they will in time, right? Like, I'm not throwing the talent in too much, but Andrade and Swerve could be something really fun. You know what I mean? Like, especially now that we're getting Andrade playing the Val Venus gimmick or whatever we're doing here, like, certainly now you can start pissing off people, right?
Yeah, of course. And Swerve could just be like, be dangerous like me, and there you go. We're back to it.
Yep.
All right, Tim, I thought this was controversial for the history of AEW, so I want your opinions. Next up, we had the debuting Inspiration, Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee taking on the Brawling Birds, and this wasn't even a fucking match. They could have just been local talent. Inspiration gets fucking dog walked here.
So a large portion that I recall of them, right? I didn't watch their TNA run or anything as the Inspiration since, but it sounds like they run the same gimmick. It's comedy, and it's comedy light at its best, right? So I think that's what's like. They're going to be getting picked on or something, and now they're going to have to do something heelish to the Birds, and we'll run this back, and then they'll get a cheat to win victory, and then we'll get the rubber match.
Yeah, that sucks. Right. I think, again, peek behind the curtain for a quick second. I do think that potentially Megabad was supposed to be the champs, and then you would do Brawling Birds, Megabad, and then you could do Inspiration, Babes of Wrath, and then there you go, right? But like,
then it's
this
all
just made them,
yeah.
But like, this just, I don't even remember if they got an offensive move. Like, they were just trying to dance, and then that was it.
Yeah. Unless we really want to sink in that the Brawling Birds are dangerous and they'll knock your block off, Tom, because they're British.
Well, yeah.
Did you know?
Well, again, we don't need all. Hey, is your background the same as my background? Then we must be friends. No, you don't. No, you don't. Who gives a shit?
That's probably why we're friends. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but we're not telling everybody about it.
But we're also not from the same exact
thing.
place. Yeah.
But we're not going around being like, Midwest men is our team.
I'm wearing a fucking Seattle Kraken shirt, for Christ's sake.
I think it's a Hawaii shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Be bigger than just, you know what my favorite thing is? This pin. Why? Because it's in my hand. It's close to me. I love pin. This is my, fuck off. Anyhow. So the Brawling Birds win. Are you more excited about the Brawling Birds?
Nope. I'm more intrigued with what do we do now with the Inspiration, right? Yeah, it's more, yeah.
Well, and I've said this many of times, especially on this podcast, but losing's interesting in pro wrestling. Losing is more interesting to me than winning, because you're the unstoppable. Okay. Yeah. I want to see you Hangman. Look at Hangman. The most interesting he ever got was when he lost the tag titles and fucking got kicked out of the Elite, and how he had to get all the way back up. Anyhow.
Yep.
Speaking of, Hangman was in action next against a face, some warm body. Bell rings, buckshot lariat. We're done. And
this
after
guy,
the match,
though, managed to look at the same time old enough to be going bald, but too young to grow facial hair. Like, I don't know how he pulled that look off in the same face. But it was really
Benjamin
good.
Button age. Yeah, he's like
Good
a Benjamin
heel
Button.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great heel work. Look at that fucking look
Tell
at
him,
your hair.
how you got your face all looking all stupid? Like, great heel work.
Man.
Can't wait to
hate
use
you.
that on some wrestler. The way you got your hair and your face looking all stupid, that's great heel work.
Great heel work, man.
Man,
Dude,
you made
he's
yourself
like,
look
I'm the
really
babyface.
ugly. It's so good.
Well, that's the thing. He's like, I'm the baby face. Yeah, dude, you're so ugly.
Oh, shit. Yeah. You made the turn today?
Oh, man.
Great.
That's why your career's going nowhere. That's why you're in this gymnasium with me. You need to be
You
heel.
should turn heel. You should turn heel.
Yeah, your fucking face is so ugly.
I don't know how he pulled that off, but it was, yeah, and he got his hot dog and a handshake tonight. Man.
Yeah. Boom. He got a big old lariat right to the old chops. And then afterwards, Hangman grabs the microphone. He's like, hey, I'm going to kick your ass right now. MJF goes, oh, you think so? You think you're going to kick my ass? And then it made sense later, but I was like, in the moment, it made me feel icky because then we get Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis, and Okada as like the henchman.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Okada, man. Like,
yeah, Okada. I know. I know.
But then it was.
It would be like if you sent Cena out as like one of three of some guys
to beat up
family
Penta or something. You know what I mean? Like, like what the fuck is all this about? But then it would make sense later because our big old buddy here, Don Callis, he comes out.
El Paso hates Don Callis. They were giving him the what for.
So close, El Paso. Fuck Don Callis. Fuck Ice too. You're in El Paso now. Admittedly.
What?
We're gonna play it. Oh, I thought you were gonna play it.
Oh, this here, yeah. You're looking at something. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know about El Paso.
Well, the thing I was gonna say, and this did come to my mind, is maybe some of the ICE agents were in attendance because El Paso, I imagine, has a high number of border agents employed. So maybe there's a little of that too, right? Like, I'm not going to say fuck him. Well, yeah, but like, I'm not going to say fuck him because this guy is one of them and he might you know, shoot me. So maybe that's why. But yeah, they missed out on that.
Yeah. Seems like he wants to.
I need to shoot that gun. Losers. Oh God, couldn't get into a 4-year school, so you fucking joined ICE, you losers. Anyhow,
they're probably not even going to get paid either. That's the
because you got to work all 5 years to get that bonus, and if you quit the remaining years, you owe back. Fucking
guess what? You're going to be in jail in 4.5, and then oops. I don't know.
Douchebags. Anyhow, it made sense because then Don Callis said, "Hey, you guys said anytime, any place. And how about the place is here and the time is the main event?" Ooh, cool. Then, man, this is just a turd in a punch bowl. What we have next. A clip earlier in the day is FTR and the Young Bucks are sitting in an office with Renee Paquette.
Man.
And the Young Bucks, here's what I'm going to say. This is exhibit 1 that I would present to the listening body of why you really couldn't consider the Young Bucks the greatest of all time. Their matches are incredible. Some of their storylines are very good. Their promos are not great.
Yeah, this was not great. Even FTR, like, who are way better than I used to give them credit for, you know, now. Even this, though, was like the subject material. Like, they're just saying the same thing. Like, we're going to be the best. Now it's the 14th time, so now we can decidedly say, right? And the Young Bucks are trying to make it about their family. But, guys, look, I'm sorry. I am sorry to break this to Nick and Matt Jackson. No, nobody cares about your families. You know what I mean? Like, well, we care so much that, like, we care about, like, humans and so, but, like, I don't care, man. Like, I don't care that FTR pushed around your parents. Like, first of all, we've seen your parents get involved in shit and stuff. Like, we don't care. And then they hit Brandon, and we kind of like Brandon You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is like, we've seen them again. The part of history that I feel like is being forgotten about in AEW is that the Young Bucks were a part of the Death Riders damn near killing Will Ospreay. Like, and now we're going to care that your dad got shoved a little bit. Like, get the fuck on. I don't give a shit. Like, you guys are assholes. So, whatever. This sucked. I don't like it, but they're going to do it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to, like, again, the match will be fine, right? They're not going to lay a turd, right? Like, but like, it's just going to be, we've seen it way too much.
We have well, and we've told every story. There's not another way we could tell the story. One of them has already been heels. One of them has already been baby faces. We flip-flopped it.
Unless one of these teams breaks up because one of them, turns on the other, then, The
only thing I'm hoping for is that we get Copeland and Christian and they come out and somehow, do something to fuck over FTR, and then the Young Bucks can wrestle again. Let's be original. They could wrestle the Hurt Syndicate. Oh, wow. That would be cool. Nope. They're probably going to wrestle Hangman and Kenny.
Nick Jackson screws over Matt Jackson, and we find out FTR paid him off because of his gambling debts. Ooh. Right? And then they're out there bragging, boasting, and then be like, nobody can touch us. There's never been a tag, not even just this millennium. There's never been a tag team in any millennium that could ever touch us. And then see and fucking,
They already beat them once. Now they're going to beat them for the titles. You know what I mean? There you go.
Right. Yep. We'll see.
All right.
We'll see who makes those picks next week.
Come on. Next up, we get a Continental title eliminator match. We get Jon Moxley versus Hechicero. Look at my hand.
Hechicero. You knew this was going to be some titty slapping, body banging madness here, and we got it.
Yeah, it was fun. Again, Moxley just keeps proving like he's one of the best wrestlers. You want him to wrestle Nick Gage? He'll make it awesome. You want him to wrestle a submission match with Hechicero? He will, and it'll be awesome. And here it was. And we get the good old wrestle match, right? Wrestle. Paradigm shift. Jon Moxley, you're victor. Out comes Takeshita after the match, and then Moxley leaves. Thing I caught about this, Moxley still hasn't fixed his tooth. Did you see that? Tooth came back like,
I don't think he's gonna. I think he's the kind of guy that, like, maybe some dentist will convince him to, like, shave it down to even order. Be like, all right, fine.
Here's the thing that I was on YouTube today because I basically live on YouTube. I don't watch really TV that much unless it's live sports. If you look at like how cringe and almost like you want to punch him in the face Dean Ambrose is to like the manliest of men Jon Moxley is.
Yeah.
It's insane. Dean
and
Ambrose
just
looks
knowing
like,
how he approaches it, like that he had to play that no wonder he was like so happy. Like he hated every moment of that. He hated every moment
but like
of all of that.
Just even visually looking at it, Dean Ambrose looked like the purchasing manager at Hot Topic, and fucking Jon Moxley looks like a security guard at a maximum security prison.
He looked like the third best friend of the main character of a 90s skater movie.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose.
You know I bet. Yeah. He looked like the type of guy that would carve in the girl he went on one date with. I love, Teresa on a skateboard. He looks like after the first kiss, he says, I love you. Right. Like that's what he looked like. Love you. Like, oh, God, really? I don't even know your last name.
I hate when guys do that to me.
I do, man. It's the worst. God. Yeah. And then they're like, "Hey, why don't we just become running buddies? I'll buy you lunch every day." And I go, "Okay, sure, I'll do that." And then I run with them every morning.
Like, nope.
This actually predates Facebook. I did kind of take advantage of it. The guy always took me out to a nice lunch. I was like, "I'm gonna fucking keep doing it. I'll just run with you. I don't give a shit. You want me to run?
Should have given me handy once in a while."
That was awesome. Okay. After the commercial break, Brody King comes out. He's looking all mean.
You have to talk about this with your therapist. You'd be like, I knew what I was doing. I knew I was taking advantage.
Oh, yeah. No, but I'm fine with that. Yeah, no. And he knew, too. He was like, what? And I'm like, no, thank you, but no.
But you look, like, you've got such a great personality. Who wouldn't want to,
I wasn't as disgruntled back then too. So I was just enough of like, doesn't the world suck?
That's why you all should donate. If you go to alleatewrapup.com, there's 2 ways to donate on there. We make it easy for you. And that's why you should donate. Look, some people would pay to hang out with Tom, and we're giving it to you for free.
Yeah, there you go. Just $1 for your time, for our time,
or 5,
for everyone's time,
or 10,
or 5, or 100. Yeah, add some zeros. Who knows? All right,
got?
Here comes Brody King next, and he says, "I'm calling out Swerve." Prince Nana then does, "Oh, Brody, you don't want to do that." Brody's like, "Yes, I do."
Careful what you wish for, big man.
Yeah, then he goes, "Okay, here he comes." And then the classic, "Look here because I hit you in the back of the head when you weren't looking," with the chain. And we still love Swerve. That's the thing.
We do. And here I also, like, we pulled this too soon, right? AEW hadn't done this in a while where, like, we had to piece together a bunch of matches at the last minute, right? I feel like we've got a couple on this card. There are some good, well thought out stories here, but, like, yeah, this is one of these. And when you're saying these are the 2 most dangerous men battling for that title, well, we needed a little more time, and we needed to see more dangerous things happen.
Yeah, and also, I want it to be, more than a face heel, just who is the most violent. Absent of personas, just be like, you know what I do to fucking people? Again, like Nick Gage would take a pizza cutter to your head. You know what John Moxley would do?
It feels like you have to do, like, a last man standing kind of a match for that, right? For most dangerous, right? Like, who's going to do the most dangerous thing to win this, right?
Well, even like, and that actually is kind of where I want the story to be, where it should be rather than where it is now, is go back to those GCW matches with Moxley and Nick Gage. Who was the face and who's the heel? Right? We were kind of like, we don't, but like, we love them both. And so this fucking rules. And then what did they do? They just bled buckets everywhere. And it's like, that's what this should be, right? If you were to tell me who's the most dangerous, just be dangerous. Don't be a heel or a face kind of thing.
Especially when I was in the crowd and watched Moxley and Darby Allin involve bamboo shoots and fucking waterboarding and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you got to bring me something if you're going to say most dangerous man, right? Like, I got to see something.
Yeah. And so, Swerve says Kenny's on notice. Now Brody's on notice and everyone's on notice. And then Bandito comes out to save and Swerve leaves.
So now, could we get the old Bandito?
No, we've talked about it because we can't have the dude that says "fuck ice" and the Mexican guy in a storyline. We gotta, until further notice, essentially Brody has to be in a storyline with anyone but Mexican wrestlers. Like no Andrade.
Yeah, that's true.
He's the opposite of Rey
Mysterio. We can't have. Yeah, it's just not a good look, right? The Mexican can't be the heel against him, even though he's saying "fuck ice," right? Like, it's just not.
Nope.
Can't be. They'll be like, "Wait a minute," right? Can't do it. Can't do it.
All right, here we go. We get our first of 2 main events, and it's right before the
3 world title matches this night, as they talked about. They had the men's world title, the women's, and then the trios. But all right.
Well. And it's the first of the 2 main events, so guess which one goes first? It's
of course.
Before the actual main event, so you know what time it is.
I do know what time it is. It's time for
the women! God, guys.
Love it.
Come on. You didn't, if you didn't get to the main event, spoiler, there's a title change. You still could have had that before this. You still could have had the women still be the main event. Like, what are we doing, guys? The Excel spreadsheet needs a refresh. Like, I don't know.
What'd you think of earlier, when they were saying, coming up and they were showing the folks, Statlander looking back there like she's, I don't know what you, Are we getting the,
I don't know what we're getting. I don't know. And also, look, we're not move guys, right?
Yeah.
Just get through the wrestling match and we'll be fine as long as the story rules, right? But Thunder Rosa, homie, you were looking like you were running in quicksand. Like,
Yeah.
yeesh.
This is another one where, like, I know, look, they love Thunder Rosa. Must be awesome to be around, right? Back there, must be loved by folks because we use her a lot, and I think El Paso is where she lives, right? If I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
I don't know, or at least is
Yeah.
from. So sure, right? But I agree with you. Like, this just kind of felt like
And the crowd didn't feel like they cared either. Like they were just like,
yeah.
thunder, lightning, whatever. Like fucking have fun,
Yeah.
Like they didn't. I don't know. And now here's the story that I think we need to start telling with Thunder Rosa. This is like championship match 8 that she's lost, right? She lost the Tijuana street fight to Mariah May. She's obviously lost to Britt Baker. She lost to Tekla. She lost to Tony Storm. It's like, we got to tell a story of how like you're not there anymore.
We got to tell some stories. What women's storylines are we telling?
Well, we're telling something with Statlander and Tekla. There's something
I guess.
there. But because you know who we did miss here, and again, I know that everyone can be on every show, and we got Collision as well, so like maybe we'll see her on Collision, but there is no Willow, right? Willow holds 2 of those championships, and we didn't see her not even mentioned once. We did get a mention earlier in the night of Jack Perry with Ricochet, so it looks like we're going to do that again. But with this match, the Women's World Championship match, Tekla and Thunder Rosa, Tekla kind of dog walks her, right? It was kind of not a squash, right? Because Thunder Rosa did get her offense in, but it was clean. It was stomped your fucking head in.
You know who won that match. Yeah.
Yeah, even without the pin. But yeah, it was Tekla stomping the fucking head into Thunder Rosa's fucking, like her chin was going into her forehead because how many times she was just stomping her head into the ground. It was crazy. But then out comes, after the match, Chris Statlander. And that's where, kind of going back to like the warm-up stuff, that's where also Statlander kind of like stood stoically.
Yeah.
And like ran in, still kept her sunglasses on. Tekla walks out. I was like, okay, it's the toxic era.
Yeah.
She's starting to grow on me a little bit because now it's starting to feel more authentic. At first, I was like, this is such a try hard, right? Now I think she's just a nerdy dork psychopath. I kind of like it now. At first, I was like, this
feels like a
sucks.
Seinfeld villain, right? Is almost what she feels like.
Yeah. Like
where it's like, are you for serious? And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, you better believe it, right? And they're like, all right.
I got red contacts now. You didn't know that? That makes it toxic.
Yeah, everybody's like, all right. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like they're living in a world that the others aren't, right?
Yeah. God, remember that promo she did before her match with we saw it at Dynasty. Who did she take on? One of the birds. What's her name? The redhead with the fucking kissed her.
Jamie Hayter.
Jamie Hayter. Remember the promo she cut on Jamie Hayter before their match at Dynasty when she's like, I've been all around the world and I'm not impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not impressed with the world?
No, I haven't seen nothing here that impresses me.
Some weird shit talking.
Got a spaceship. Still trying to find something.
Yeah. You ever seen this fucking sand? Like what?
Looks everything's dirty.
Weirdo. Yeah, but she's weird.
World, all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, she's weird, and now it's starting to be fun. I think if they did more of that, now I know everything can't be comedy, but if they did more of the like, we're so spooky, and everyone's like, but you're not, but we're spooky,
They literally come in and be like, boo, and everybody's like, we'll get to you later. Listen.
Yeah, or like they're doing like an interview segment. Around the corner is gonna be Tekla. She's gonna try to scare us, and like they walk, ooh, and like see there she is, and then like they keep going.
Yeah.
So tonight in the main event, but I'm the champion. I'm spooky. Like okay, Tekla, have fun. But yeah, so Statlander comes to the rescue of Thunder Rosa, but yeah, stands in the ring You think maybe something's going to happen, but nope. She just comes to her aid, and
We move on.
that's the second, right?
Yep.
All right. Then, before the main event, we get an interview segment. We get Renee Paquette out in the entry ramp, and she interviews Tommaso Ciampa.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, hey, TNT Championship's my thing, all that cool, right?
Yeah, nothing he said was weird, but just that we're doing this, that we're like interviewing him here right now for the main event on a show that's already supposedly running over.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and then FTR comes out, and again, remember, we've got DIY and the Revival. I'm going to go on a quick side quest, Tim, because something pissed me off last night. I was meaning to talk about it, and this actually brought it to my mind right now.
Okay.
I want your opinion on. I'm done with nostalgic acts. I'm done with all nostalgic bullshit. I watched the NBA on NBC last night, and it was the Sixers versus the Spurs. And they did Throwback Tuesday. So they had Bob Costas and who was it? Doug Collins and all these guys from the 90s. And then they just kept playing clips of like, remember when Jordan hit a shot over Karl Malone? And it's like, how can we move forward with anything if all you fucking do is just say, remember 20 years ago? Remember 40 years ago? Fucking stop, man. Like,
it's a lot.
Like, as much as he's great, and he is, I think he's the greatest player of all time. Debate, at another time, But like, sports shows need to fucking get over LeBron James as a topic because he's not even a top 20 player anymore. But you don't talk about, Tyrese Maxey, who is a top 20 player, because he's not a star. It's like, well, he's not a star because all you talk about is six people.
This to me, where it was like, I love debates that we can never truly answer, like the Jordan versus LeBron debate. Like, it was sure, one's a better rebounder, shooter, passer, scorer, right? Like, but like, we may never know, right?
We may never know. Yeah, I did say that too. Like, I don't know. We're never gonna know. But with this, going back to this whole thing of, hey, FTR and DIY had an awesome match. Fucking neat. Fucking neat. I don't stop it, man. It's fine in my opinion. Where I'm okay with it is like Royal Rumbles or Casino, Gauntlet. When let's just say Tommaso Ciampa and whoever it is, right? Fat FTR bump into each other. Hey, they have history. Okay, cool. But then we're off of it. You know what I mean? But
well, all this says to me is we're going to get the Mark Briscoe Tommaso Ciampa tag team now, and they're going to battle it out with FTR because we're going to readdress this.
Or I don't know anything about Magamania over there, so I don't know shit about fuck.
Homeboy coming over too.
That's what I thought instantly. Is like, oh, so the other guy, Johnny Gargano, is going to come over with his wife, and then we're going to get the whole family back together, and then we're going to run this match back. But again, I fucking, I don't,
I don't. Yeah, I know.
But
I also don't. Yeah.
Like one feud that I think has stood the test of time in AEW, because I think they've always kind of done it really well, is Moxley versus Kenny Omega. I think that's always been a good feud. But if Moxley becomes a champion again and Kenny Omega says, I'm coming after it, it's like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the same fucking matches that, and wasn't it great the first time? Cool. Yeah. But the fucking tacos I had at lunch were really good. I don't want them for dinner. Give me something different. You know what I mean? Tacos are great.
Some tacos when we're done with this. All right.
You should. But yeah, so they did this whole thing of don't you want to be friends? No, and then smacks them, and that's what we get. I think, again, who knows over there at Magamania? Maybe Johnny Gargano is coming over, but most likely it feels like it's going to be Mark Briscoe says, I got your back. We're brothers. And
brother, as much as we'll go toe to toe, I'll stand side by side with you as well.
Yeah. The word of the day is unique opportunity. Or,
Yeah, exactly.
He should do
Consensual
that.
conglomeration. We covered this earlier.
Well, no, that would be funny is if he said the word of the day, but he only said phrases. It's like there's never been a word.
It's never one word. It's always at least 2 words. Yeah.
The word of the day is on this day in February. It's like, no, man, that's not a word. Like,
word of the day is when you fall off that horse, you got to get back on.
That's a phrase. All right, so then we. That's good. All right, then we get to our main event here. It is our champions, Jet
main
Speed
event.
Rodeo,
taking on. So this got me thinking. You said you don't watch much TV other than live sports. Same here. So like, are there like some Impractical Jokers fans that were like, oh goody, Impractical Jokers, and then had to sit through 17, 18 minutes of this like wrestling show? What is going on? Or is just nobody watching Impractical Jokers, so they're just like, yeah.
Well,
whatever.
that's probably
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Or what's the other one that's syndicated? Modern Family. They always play Modern Family. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah. So here's my question with this match, though. So we get Jet Speed Rodeo taking on Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher, and Okada, right? What? When did we make friends, like real friends with Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher? Because that was Aussie Open. And then they fucking split.
Yeah, because even when Callis said they were going to team up, he's like, it's Mark Davis and Proto Okada. When these guys were a tag team for years.
This was Aussie Open and Okada. That's how it should have been.
And one of the greatest of all times. Yeah. But nah, Mark and Proto Okada. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were ROH tag champs. Remember, they lost them to Adam Cole and MJF. That was 6 bodies ago for Kyle Fletcher. Man, that was a whole different looking person back then.
Yeah.
He's had more physical transformations than Charlotte Flair. You know what I mean? Well, Charlotte Flair, gee, many Christmas. I saw a photo of her the other day. I didn't know it was her. I was like, who the fuck is that person?
Did you see the one recently of Kelly Osbourne?
Oh, what? Now, I'm giving, not that who gives a fuck about what I think, right? Except for you. But her dad did die. So maybe there's something tied to that. You know what I mean? Like, but
that whole family, there's something. But I was like, wow.
I didn't know it was her either. Yeah, I was like, who the, no way. And I guess it was her. Anyhow, so we get this match, right? And as you mentioned, started after the show was supposed to be over. So that's cool. And we get the whole wrestling match, right? Wrestle. Hey, wrestle. But then we get, what is it here? We get MJF comes out.
Yeah.
Hits Hangman with the diamond ring. Kevin Knight climbs to the top rope. He gets drop kick, misses. Okada gets him with the clothesline. Davis with the pile driver. Cover. Your new champs, the Don Callis family. So now we've got we've got 2 titles on Okada. Neither one of them means a fucking thing.
No, but I do love that Don Callis really was like, I hate greedy guys. You guys want these titles. We're coming for your titles. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah. Don Callis family, though, all the titles. Hey, AH or Ash, right?
Ash. Well, by the way, Ash, shout out Ash. He sent us a message. His internet's still out, so he's actually a week behind. He hasn't been able to watch the show. That's why he didn't send anything in. Thanks for sending a message. Maybe don't listen
to the ones where we talk shit on you and you're recording.
Yeah, no.
We didn't talk shit on you. Just your recording materials.
Yeah, no big deal. But yeah, so now we got Kyle Fletcher with 2 titles. He's the TNT champ and now a trios champ. Okada's a champ. He's the international champ and the trios champ.
A lot of
and then Mark Davis
hanging around AEW because we have too many titles hanging around in AEW.
Okay, actually, that's a great point. So we've got Kyle Fletcher as the TNT and trios. We got Okada with the trios and the international. We've got Willow as the women's tag team and the TBS champion.
Yep.
I mean, that's 3 people with 2 titles. Like, that should only be 1 at max. You know what I mean? And
yep.
I don't know. What'd you think of the episode?
I thought it was good. A little bit of a lull, I felt like. Even though they had the 3 title matches and everything, it just still felt like something was kind of missing, right? It just felt like, yeah, I mean, I think we're just ready for Revolution, right? I'm a little worried about what they do next week. They've got to do some things to kind of bring the energy back up, but I think we're just ready for it, right? This is a long break. This is like one of their longest breaks between big shows.
And this is no offense to the 2 main events, 3 title matches, everything, because eventually something does. But like the craziness of last week's main event with the fucking dust vacuum cleaner, and then the one before that with Kenny on Swerve, like it was hard to live up to. But we are kind of missing some star power here, right? Like we got Swerve for half a second. There was no Kenny Omega. We did get an MJF match, but we're still missing some heavy hitters, right? Like I know I brought him up once, but I'll bring him up again. There's no Christian Cage. There's no Adam Copeland. I know we're kind of indifferent, but there's no Adam Cole. There was no Willow tonight. There was no Mega Bad or Mega Sis. You know what I mean? Like, because who's the big girl? I want to see her, right? With Megan Bay,
Lena, right?
Lena Gray, I think her name is. Like,
no, it's something else. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
Lena, something. But yeah, what's up with her? I want to see her.
Yeah.
Here's a move that I want her to do. I've never seen her wrestle in my life, so I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about it, right? I want a woman to have a choke slam as their finisher. So many men
I've never
do
seen that.
fucking, no women fucking boom. Why not?
Wait, no one was doing the powerbomb either, are they? Who's like...
Well, you got Willow kind of does one, like it's
that's true.
but I'm talking like the giant WCW style. Yeah, boom. Like, and this girl needs to do it, Choke slam.
Choke slam.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Well, as we've started doing here, to round out the show, we got to take a little trip
Back in time.
right? See, think about where we've been, right? Reflect a little. I'm excited about this one. I'm
Okay.
interested to see how well you actually know your AEW, Tom. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Come on.
3 years ago, March 8th, 2023, Dynamite was live from Sacramento, California, just 3 days after Revolution. At Revolution, Wardlow finally got his revenge on his former friend and tag team partner Samoa Joe. After months of a bad blood following the messy breakup of War Joe, Wardlow defeated Joe to win back the TNT Championship. However, there was no rest for the champion. He had to defend his newly won title immediately in a Falls Count Anywhere match against the winner of the Face of the Revolution ladder match, Powerhouse Hobbs, who we referenced earlier. Don't remember who that is. The match was an absolute war that spilled all over the arena. It culminated on the entrance stage. Wardlow had Hobbs dead to rights and was setting him up for a symphony of powerbombs off the stage when suddenly a mysterious man wearing a hoodie snuck up behind Wardlow and brutally attacked him with a steel chair. Tom, the question is, who was that man under the hoodie who cost Wardlow the championship, aligning himself with Powerhouse Hobbs to launch a new faction? You're going to hate this answer. You're going to love this answer, but you're going to...
Well, because he was a Don Callis guy. So he was team tags. Yeah. Which, by the way, side note, before I answer this, one thing I want an answer to, if someone knows, please put it in a comment or send us an email. Why on the HBO Max app do they have every Dynamite except for the entire year of 2023? It goes 2022 to 2024. There's not, you know how many Kansas City shows we had in 2023? I want to see them. Anyhow,
some sort of rights issue,
something. But yeah, it's all
distributor or something.
Powerhouse Hobbs, because then he did the Book of Hobbs. Remember that bullshit? Was it Takeshita?
Nope.
Who was it?
It was Cutie Marshall, and they officially launched QTV.
Oh, QTV! God damn it!
Cutie!
I do remember that. Yeah,
your best friend.
Oh,
friend of the
forgot to get him
show.
on the show. Well, it was late tonight. You got back. I do remember that.
Oh, when I saw this, I was
QTV.
like, oh, hell yeah. I'm fucking.
My God.
Yes. Cutie, man. QTV, that was short lived. But we also got
Harley Cameron out of
Cameron.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
I don't hate the QTV idea of that, like TMZ style. I think somebody
Yeah.
can still pull that off. That was good stuff, I think. Yeah.
well, and here's would be a fun thing to do. Just 1 week, because again, QT Marshall comes and goes, everything's fine. You know, it's all fine. I think for 1 week, they should try. Like someone should put $1,000 bet backstage and be like, I bet you I can get Don Callis cheered and get QT Marshall out there. I bet you he could get Don Callis cheered by just being QT Marshall. Wouldn't that be
Cutie's
fun?
got something. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is. All right, Cuties.
Well, at All Out,
Hey.
remember when he was at that, like, we were at that, like, fan fest thing and he was just such an
Yep.
annoying prick the entire time? God, he was so good. I hated that motherfucker. Yeah. He's good. Very good.
He's good when he does. Nah, I figured you'd love that one. That was a good one. A good
Yes,
little
that's
trope.
Back in time.
Cutie.
I tell you what, AEW, for the short history that they have ran through a lot of stuff sometimes, like this
Lot.
QTV, and then remember the Devil with MJF and the Firm or whatever.
They're
and
not
then
afraid
the
to try
Pinnacle.
things.
Yeah, they go after it. I like it. I respect it.
Yeah, I like it. Well, you know what else I like is when people go to our website, check out all the links on there, including the donate links. I like it when people send us emails and we'll read those or play them on the show, whatever it is, right? Send me an attachment. And just, like and subscribe, right? Comment. That helps us out. It helps the algorithm out. And until, I guess after, that's all I've got. You got anything else, Tom? I don't know what else to do.
No.
Yeah. Just find a way to end on that every time. Fuck no.
No.
We'll see you next week, dumbass.